Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Order of Narvosc. This is session 46, Mercy. We hope you enjoy.
Okay, a lot of the last session was actually a combat encounter, but before that, we picked up where we found ourselves more or less trapped, as far as we knew, in the prison after the passage behind us had collapsed, with a, for lack of a better term, controlled or possessed Beltov on one side, along with Ro and a few of the masks. And as we made our way through the prison, we came across an occupied cell with someone in it who was familiar to both Ruby and Quirin. And we found out it was Van, a character from each of their pasts. Ruby, I think, a bit more familiar, but Quirin having traveled with Van for a short time before connecting up with everyone else. And there were a lot of discussions. There was a lot of, I would say, for lack of a better term, nervousness, particularly from Ruby, given her history with Van and how he may perceive her at the time and judge past actions and all things like that. And then as we moved on, because there was no obvious way to open the cells at that point, and we saw a red and a blue light sort of emanating from around a corner. As we turned the corner, we were smashed with some sort of explosive spell and attacked by 3 masks, which was Owl, Bear, and Boar, if I'm not mistaken. And it got pretty dicey, pretty close, not going to lie, but eventually we did take them all down, including Owl, who appeared to be potentially trying to flee. I will never know. And as we moved around the corner after the fight was over, we found these sort of magical mechanisms that seemed to be controlling the doors of the cells. One in particular was larger and in the middle, which appeared to be controlling the cell beside it, which belonged to Ontir currently. And then Friedrich used a very high level spell on the middle one after using low level spells and failing on the others to eventually open that door. And that's where we left off.
The doors all shoot open. You hear as all of these doors open with an extreme force, as a 7th level spell was used to open all of them when only a 3rd level was needed. You all notice the orbs dim, as if it's showing you that they are all unlocked now. Ontir's cell opens.
Velphie just immediately runs into Ontir's cell and just kind of like holds his face, trying to see if he's conscious, because he's not making any noise, right? Yeah, so she'll just kind of like do like a one over and like see like what his situation is.
So Ontir is currently chained to a chair. Head is drooping, whole body is very limp. And as you scan over his face, he is unconscious, eyes closed. But he's battered and bruised, and blood is actually dripping from him onto the floor, and it's created a puddle. His face is swollen, and he's covered in these cuts. And you all get the sense he has had an extremely hard time since being in here.
Velphie is going to cast Cure Wounds on Ontir. So that'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. That helps.
Okay, you see some of his cuts and some of the swelling go down a bit, but he is still unconscious.
I'll follow in and just say, how is he? I don't know what I can do, but I'm technically a doctor.
Oh, he's unconscious, and he has seen better days, and he's chained to the chair, and I did what I could to try and help him, but he's still unconscious. So I don't know. And then she'll reach her hands down to, however, like, is he chained on his wrists to the chair, or is it like
Whole body chained to the chair. So wrists are chained, feet are chained. He's like torso's chained as well. So they know who they're dealing with. So they didn't take any risks.
okay? So looking over the chains, does it look like there's like a keyhole for all of them, or?
Yes.
Okay. So, still looking at Antir, Velphie just kind of shouts over her shoulder. She says, he's chained down, but it looks like there's a key that we need to get him out of the chair. And I think she'll just kind of...
Oh, go ahead.
She's just going to kneel down and just like hold his hand.
I can help. Lockpick set. Ready to go? Ooh. Velphie, it might help him wake up if you talk to him.
Yeah.
And I'll start picking the locks.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand, please. Professor Friedrich.
While Ruby's doing that, can I examine him and see if see if I can determine what's wrong with him from a magical standpoint? Why he's unconscious after being healed?
Roll a medicine check.
Ooh, medicine. Okay.
I got a 24.
Okay. Which one did you go for first?
Odds are he's right-handed. And odds are I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to go for the right hand.
Okay, you go for the right hand, and with a 24, it does unlock.
I'm just going to continue. I'll go for the next hand.
Okay.
Then feet if I'm successful.
Go ahead and roll again. And what was that medicine check?
25.
Okay, with a 25, that is pretty high. It doesn't seem like it's magical in nature as to why he isn't waking up. It's more so that he is suffering high levels of exhaustion, dehydration, malnourishment. In-game statistics, he's sitting at 5 levels.
Whew. Okay. I'll share that in common terms. You know, he just appears to be incredibly exhausted and malnourished, and he's going to need time. As soon as we get him out of here, that is.
And Ruby, what was that sleight of hand?
25.
25. Okay, yeah. So with both of those being extremely high rolls, you're able to get his hands, you're able to get his feet, you're able to get his torso all unlatched and the chains removed. And he just slumps over. Like the chains were holding him in place.
Velphie catches him and to prevent him from falling over, and I think at this point she's just like brushing his hair back and just kind of looking at him, just very sad, kind of at a loss for what to do. And after a moment, I think she'll just kind of look up to whoever's in the cell. I need to get him out of here. bring him back.
I'm going to cast the floating disc. I think it's a ritual. Let me check.
I think it is. It should be.
It is a ritual, yeah. So I'm going to work on that.
While that's happening, Ruby, I'm gonna go up to Velphie. I'm gonna go get Van, but I'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be here.
I'm glad he's still here.
Me too. Me too.
Be careful around that man.
I'm always careful. But I know how to disappear when I need to. Speaking of which, Quirin, you want to watch my back?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll follow you.
Yeah. Just gonna stealth that way. Definitely don't want to make too much noise or attract anything, but just trying to stay quiet while also looking to see if he's in the same spot.
If she's stealthing, I'm also stealthing.
All right, go ahead and roll me stealth checks, please.
30.
27.
Golly, our rogues are roguing. All right. And let's see. And as you all you both make your way down that hallway back to where Van's cell was, y'all are stealthing, being quiet, but you already hear like footsteps running.
Sorry, that was me.
Van's clumsy.
Actually, yeah, he probably would have fallen at this point and like taken a tumble, and you hear like the scuffling of like someone tripping over their own feet and falling and then standing back up and starting to book it again in your direction. Roll me perception checks, please.
I was going to ask. 17?
22.
Okay. With a 17, you definitely heard the scuffle of falling, but with a 22, hold on. And I will send it to you.
Oh,
Whispers.
it's a cuss word. It's a naughty word.
It just says, damn.
Okay. If I hear it's Van's voice, she'll just let out like a tiny little whistle. And then whisper. It's very loud.
Have you, well, he probably would have been able to hear you say that's very loud. So he comes around the corner and he just like shuffles to a stop as he like looks between both you. Actually, he probably wouldn't see Quirin at this point with that 27. As he looks at you and looks around, looks at you, he's like, looks like he's glancing you over to see if you're hurt.
Oh yeah, I have 29 hit points. A lot happened in that fight. So she's I'd say the white of her hair is kind of bloody. She's probably like got very fresh bruises. Yeah.
Are you all right? That's a dumb question.
We have to. We have to leave. We came here for one thing and we have it, but I don't tend to let promises leak out. I promised I would come back.
How can I help?
Follow us this way. And pick your feet up a little bit more like they're leaves on a breeze, not rocks in a pond. All right, Van?
He turns again, he's dirty, he's gritty. His clothes are extremely tattered, but you see him go like completely blood red as he gives like this like nervous smile of, I'm embarrassed.
All right. And I will begin also stealthing back towards Velphie and the professor.
Go and roll me
Following.
another stealth.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just going to say roll me another stealth check if y'all are stealthing.
Oh. Yeah, following and staying hidden until we get into the light.
25.
32.
Okay.
Ooh.
Quirin, Van still does not know you're there. However, Van's skulking skills are now on par with Ruby's, as it seems like that panic isn't there. And you are able to head back. And while this is happening, what are Velphie and Professor Friedrich doing?
I'm just working on the disc.
I think Velphie is just continuing, like speaking softly to him, just kind of going over like little tiny memories and stuff, just trying to kind of wake him up if he can. But that's pretty much it.
Okay. I will say you try to wake him up and he's not waking up. Quirin, Ruby, and Van are able to make it back to the party.
As soon as we get back, actually, if I may, I don't think Quirin would stop stealthing. If he can continue forward, if there's another hallway to go down, just to scout out a little bit while they figure out the disc and, connect and everything. And he would say, just moving forward a little bit, just to take a little look at what's ahead of us in the mind. So, yeah, if there's some way to continue going down there just to check it out.
Yes, you're able to continue to go down that hallway. And as you continue down that hallway, you hear a masculine scream again. As you are continuing down. Whoever's voice this is carries far down these halls. There are no offshoots. This is a straight go. And as you continue to scout, the air is stale down here. And it feels like the moisture is leaving your skin. It's so dry. And the further you walk, the colder it gets. And after a little while, you start to see these dark, oily tendrils reaching out on the floor and the ceiling and the walls. Very similar to the oily tendrils that came from Beltov's back and the tendril reaching towards the sky in Sydonea.
Am I able to draw any connections to the sickness that Eve has? Like, does it look fairly similar? I mean, are there any similarities, I guess?
I'm not going to make you roll. Yes.
Okay. Once he gets close enough to see that, I think he'll just check it out for a second, take a few steps back. If there's a corner to round, he'll go back behind that, stay where he is, But then in the mind, there's another person down here. It's a little ways down. Safe until then. Just the one hallway. And I didn't pass the voice, did I? The voice is still further yet.
It's still further in.
Okay. All right.
Velphie, we can put on here on this disc whenever it's ready. Try to make him comfortable. That way none of us are indisposed trying to carry him.
Yeah. No, that'll be perfect.
Once the disc is done, I'll lay my bedroll out on it just so it's not. I don't know what it's made of. Pure magic. It's probably not very soft. So something like that.
Okay. And while that is happening, Ruby, with your passive with your passive investigation and passive perception, you find a potion vial sitting in front of where Antir was sitting in his line of sight. And even being this close to it gives you the feeling of a cozy bed with the fluffiest pillows and a warm blanket. And it's shimmering. And it's sluggishly moving back and forth in the vial. Whatever is in that potion was a taunt.
I'll go and pick it up and take it back over to Van. Is this something familiar? Do they use this here for part of the...
Alrighty. Trying to see what would best for him to do on this one. I've never seen anything like that. I don't know what it is. But it feels like home.
Interesting. Yeah. There's something very peaceful about it, and it's hard not to be hopefully paranoid. Oh.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Because I don't... Oh, I'm proficient in Arcana.
Look at that.
27.
Ooh, with a 27, these are rare. Mother Mortem has had a couple of these in the time that you were with her. And they have a very hefty price. The reason it feels so comfy, so cozy, like you're on a cozy bed with the fluffiest pillows and a warm blanket, is because it gives you the effects of a long rest in 2 minutes.
After she's done, I guess, like, given a good whiff and getting that knowledge, just looking at Van. Oh, this is probably not something they can just taunt any prisoner with. But it might be what we need. This is really good. Okay. This is really good. Oh, Professor. Oh, I found... Okay, and she'll go over to Professor, probably getting the body onto the disc. Mother Mortem had these. They are rest and slumber and ease, relaxation. on a bottle. It's like a good night's sleep. They were using it to taunt him or torture him. I don't know, but I found it. It's real, right?
I will take it and examine it. Is it real?
Roll me an Arcana.
16.
With a 16, what is in that vial is real.
I've never seen one before, though.
You have not.
I haven't seen this before. But the way you describe it, I feel that emanating from it. Had to be some sort of psychological torture. Just out of reach. But it may be what we need here, or at least it may aid us in getting out of here.
It is ours now. Fortune.
Can I investigate and look around? Do I see anything else like it?
Roll me an investigation check.
23.
With a 23, you know for certain this is the only one there is. There are 4 of you in one of these.
I don't see any more. I think we should use it sparingly. Perhaps see what we encounter. We're not out of here yet.
Right. You should hold on to it.
Well, is anyone particularly... Well, is Quirin back with the group yet, or is he still forward?
He was gonna hang out over there, still stealthing until everyone catches up, unless told otherwise.
I'll say in the head chat then. Is anyone particularly hurt, worn out, tapped? And GM, gameplay mechanic wise, I don't know how to say this outside of gameplay mechanics, but I know that... Let me ask it a different way. Can I deduce that the level of exhaustion Antir has requires a lot more than one rest?
Roll me a medicine check.
17.
He's probably going to be out for a couple days. One good night's sleep does not fix that tired.
I'll share that. Essentially, I think this is for... I don't think it will aid on here, even though that immediately seemed like the most obvious choice. I don't think it will hurt him, but I don't think it will wake him up.
Well, I'm hurt, but I can still fight. Especially if we take a quick rest at some point.
I'm okay. If we take a short breather. Yeah.
I second that. I mean, a breather would be great all around, wouldn't it? And it seems more or less calm now, right? Unless, Quirin, have you seen anything?
One person screaming and some black tentacles, but nothing that's out of the ordinary, I guess.
It's fine.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah. I mean, for the location, yeah. Velphie, how are you?
She's kind of like tuned everything out and is just like solely focused on Antir. So everything that has just been said, she wasn't really paying attention to.
So maybe a rest maybe we take a moment to decide our next course of action.
I'll see if I can find somewhere appropriate. My favorite terrain is mountains. Can I look around for maybe a particular forgotten crevice, or maybe like a entry to like maybe a cave system? And I'm just looking for like somewhere to use this strange ranger talent.
Okay. I will say you're not in mountain terrain.
Damn it!
I'm so sorry. Yeah,
Oh.
mountains is closer to where Limbo is and where S Aurora is. That's where your
Okay.
mountains are. Here is actually very slight valley, pretty flat. But you may certainly try to find somewhere. I will say from what you have passed so far, it has pretty much been cells. And you have the cranny where the orbs are, and you have this room. And then further down with
Okay.
Quirin is tentacles.
Tentacles can be. Never mind.
But yeah, so you all have time for a short rest if you wish. You can take one.
I will.
That would be an hour.
Yeah, if we've decided we're taking a rest, Kieran will come back and join everyone then.
And at the end of it, I will upkeep my disc because it only lasts an hour.
Okay. And Quirin, as you were standing there, those little tentacles pulse. Like they're alive. And they kind of wriggle slightly.
Does it look like they're moving, like, in a direction? Or is it just kind of just general, like, idle movement?
Roll me a history check.
A history? Oh, no. Oh, okay, 24.
Okay, with a 24, it's very similar to the line outside of Oxmoor. Like it's just
Okay.
creeping and creeping and creeping.
So it's a slow movement that I assume is coming down the hall? Okay.
Just so slowly, it really isn't going to get anywhere very quickly. It would take a while.
And does it cover the entire hallway, or are there, like, ways that you can step around it? Or is it just, like, entire hallway is just, like, covered in black?
There are patches.
Okay. Okay.
But you
Then
also
he'll come back.
know sorry. You also know Owl, Bear, and Boar came down this way. So they must have had to have walked over it.
Yeah. With all that, Kieran will come back, share any and all of that knowledge, just to kind of giving an idea of what is just ahead. Also on the side, tossing that amulet, the what was it? Amulet of the Devout back to Fred, since he was the one who was curious, and just telling him what it does and everything too, just so I don't forget.
I'll try to catch it and just stash it away.
And with that, you all are able to take a short rest. Go ahead and roll your hit dice.
Yeah, I'm going to use Arcane Recovery, get back 2 3s and a 1.
Okay.
I'll share my rations with Van in case he needs some.
He takes the bare minimum, as he doesn't want to take away from you.
She doesn't hide it because she's really tired, but it hurts her feelings a little bit. It's like, fine, don't take my crackers.
I think you need it more than I do. And I'd rather you have it.
You haven't seen yourself, so I think I'm the better judge right now.
They'll take a little bit more. Well, I mean, I'm sure I've looked worse at some point. Hopefully.
Yeah, that one time you fell and shit.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that-
how you landed on it with your face.
Yeah, it was rough, wasn't it? I still think I can
It's
smell
the-
it sometimes, and like it got embedded into my nose hairs or something.
It must be pleasant in memory compared to this place. And she'll hand over like a little rag just to like wipe his face a little bit.
And he starts wiping his face very, very gently, tries to get all the muck off, but it doesn't really do much help. Yeah. It was, And you see him smile like he used to. Much better times.
Just eating our crackers.
Okay. Shall we be off?
Does anybody take the potion?
I don't know the best way to say it in like in-game lingo. Because there's no spell slots. Can we discuss it out of game lingo, or do we have to find a way? What do you think, GM?
Yeah, y'all can discuss it.
I never know. I like immersion, so.
We do like immersion, but if you can't figure out how to make it immersive, like, then speak about it in game mechanics.
So whoever takes it, they don't get their spell slots back, or
Whoever takes it benefits from a long rest.
okay, so they are full up on everything.
Full up on everything. But it can only be used for one.
Are we all full health?
All I'm missing is HP. I can pass on it because all it would do for me is pretty much HP. So I can pass.
Yeah, I
Did you run out
don't
of hit
have a lot
die?
of
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
same.
Yeah, I used on my hit die. I have 1 level or 2 level 1 spells and a 2nd level. But you're a wizard, you use your spells a lot.
I have a 1, a 2, and 2 3s. So I would gain the most spell slots, but right now I don't have the least number of spell slots. If that makes sense.
Velphie also heals, so
Yeah.
I think either caster is a good way to use it.
Healings are leveled spells, right?
Yes, I don't think there's a cantrip heal.
Too bad.
Would be nice.
Would be nice.
That makes sense to me, though.
Yeah.
I will say you also have potions of healing available.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think I have 1. I think I used 1. I have 1 left.
Just in case if like that's what you all are worried about. I believe you all do have a couple potions of healing still.
I think I only have 1 superior. I used all my smaller ones in that fight, I think.
I have a bit of a fuck up in a vial.
What does that mean? What?
It's a cocktail from like almost the beginning of the way back in Act 1. I put some in a vial
Okay.
because I like drank some and like spit fire through it or something. I can't remember how I did it, but yeah, I spit it through fire.
So you have a vial of alchemist fire. Yeah, cool.
I have that too. That's a separate.
Oh.
I have 3 of those. I don't know where I got them. I think we got those from Aurora.
Got it from Sea Pair 4S Aurora.
There we go. Yeah.
I got you.
I don't know if it's something that I have to mention, but I will use Second Wind since I get another one on a short rest.
You got it.
I will do that.
Velphie, I'm fine with you having it because I'd like to be healed. 5th level fireball doesn't do me a lot of good if I'm dead.
You have a lot of really powerful spells, though.
Is this modesty or strategy speaking?
I don't know. I mean, it is true that I could heal more if that's what we want to do. I can keep you guys going if I do take the potion. But then you won't be able to do any other spells, Professor.
Nothing too high level, but I'm not completely declawed. I'm offering it. Not that it's mine to own, but I guess I'm foregoing it if you want it. Or if you don't want that burden, because I have thought about what if I use it and then I don't do well and I wasted it. We could flip a gold piece.
I want to keep you all alive. Everyone here. But I don't have the ability, and she glances over at Antir, to protect anyone right now. So I don't. I'll take it if it means that it'll help everyone stay alive. But if you want a professor, that's totally fine too.
I don't know who's holding it. I think I give it back to Ruby, but I will. Sort of step back and like motion to Velphie. Like, go ahead.
She holds your gaze for a quick second, and then she'll glance down at Hontir, and then after a moment, she will get up and go to whoever has the potion.
Who does have it? I can't remember. It is Ruby, right? Did Van drink
I
it?
don't know.
So I know Ruby gave it to Professor Friedrich and said, "Is this real?" Did Professor Friedrich give it back to Ruby? Because I don't, as far as I know, it was still with Professor Friedrich.
In my head I did, but I don't
That's what
remember if I
thought.
said it, and it sounds like I didn't. So now I will actually hand it to Velphie. Oh, you're like, oh, never mind. I guess it is right here in my pocket. I will hand it over to Velphie.
She'll take it slowly and just look at it and glance up at everyone as like is this fair? Is this what everyone thinks would help?
Quirin just nods.
Bottoms up.
And she'll down it.
Velphie, you're the one that gets the effect of a long rest. Everyone else, you stay at where you currently are with your hit points and spell slots.
Does it get rid of the level 1 exhaustion as well?
It does.
Sick. So Velphie, like, she feels like the rest, I guess, rejuvenation, and she looks at everyone. I got your back.
And we have yours.
Well then, shall we?
Let's go to the tentacles.
It's not as encouraging as you may think it sounds.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
Not all tentacles are bad, right?
No.
Okay, show us where you found these tentacles then.
It's down the one-way hallway. This way.
And are you all following?
We get on here up on the disc, sort of set up. And yeah, I'll follow.
Okay.
I'll pass my light crossbow back to Van. But yes, following.
He takes it, looks it over. He knows how to use it.
Okay. I'll give him my bolt bag.
And I think seeing that, Velphie will kind of remember and pull out her last arrow of fire that she got. And she'll hand it over to Ruby. You'd make better use of it than I am. You're definitely a better shot.
Really pretty. It's red and sparkly.
Yeah. So, use it whenever you feel like you need to. So,
Thank you. All right, let's get him out of here.
yeah.
Part of the way walking down, Quirin will turn to people, turn to everyone. It's not necessary, but I'm just gonna try and disappear for a little bit, just in case. And we're gonna go stealth for the rest of the way, just in case.
I do the same.
Go ahead and roll me stealth checks.
I will not. This disc follows me everywhere I go. It would be. I'm somewhere within 20 feet of it at all times.
33.
25.
Okay. Van follows suit and seems to be on par with Ruby. And with that, you all start heading down the hallway. And again, as you go down this hallway again, for one of you again, the rest of you, it is new. It's dry, it's cold, almost like you can feel the moisture of your skin getting sucked dry. The air is stale, and you hear a masculine scream coming from down the hallway. After a while, you start to see these oily tendrils reaching out on the floor, the ceilings, and the walls. There are places you can step, patches you can step without stepping on them if you wish. They look like bell tops, and they look like the tendril, or similar to the tendril that is shooting out of the ground in Sydonea. Do you all continue?
It's the only way to go, right?
It's the only way to go.
Yeah. Try not to step on them.
Can we try and step around them? But then, I don't know if we get, at least if Quirin gets past them, can you take a few steps back and potentially do something stupid?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and potentially do something stupid.
We just want to stab it with the sword that we got from the starry lion thingy, just to see what happens.
Okay, roll me an intelligence saving throw as you automatically hit it.
Oh, that's right. Okay. 16.
Okay, with a 16, as you stab it, that masculine scream comes back.
At the exact same time as I stab it? Can we pull the sword out? Not necessarily like a stab, but just like a little brush. Just like trying to touch it, just a quick little, like just a little nick, and see if it happens again.
With a nick, you don't hear anything. It shivers and it recoils from you as you do it, like it's something living, a part of something living.
Is this the thing that's been screaming, the voice? I thought it was just some other guy, but is it? I don't know.
It's not the voice I would think it would have. Can I examine one of the tentacles? Do they appear to be mundane, or do they appear to be the result of a spell?
Roll me an investigation check for the first bit, but if you're looking specifically for magic, roll me an arcana.
I guess for context, I can create black inky tendrils from a spell. I'm wondering if this is the same thing, or if this is like someone's physical body.
Roll an investigation check.
30-20.
Roll a history check.
Oh, it's a nat 1, but it's a 10 total.
Okay. With a natural 1, nothing comes to mind. But this isn't the type of ichor veins, ichor tentacles you make.
I'll at least share that. It doesn't look like the type of magic I use. I can't say I've seen it anywhere, though.
You have seen it somewhere.
But I don't remember seeing it. So I know I've seen it, I just don't remember where I've seen it.
These are similar to Beltovs.
Right, I'm sorry. I got confused with the history check.
History check was for something else. These are similar to Beltovs and that big, inky, oily trunk coming from the center of Sydonea right now.
Yeah.
So that you do remember. The other thing?
I guess we'll never know, whatever it was. It's not what I can do.
I don't know if I can ask this question since Quirin didn't get the description that Fred just got. Then is the scream familiar, or does it just sound like some random scream?
You can roll a, let's do a history check.
Oh. Okay, 22.
It's not
Yeah.
Beltov.
Hearing Fred talk about it and give something really, I don't know, sciencey or intelligent, he's just gonna stab it one more time just to be sure.
Okay. And again, you hear this masculine scream in agony as you stab it.
19 for the intelligence save.
You're good.
I think you're hurting it.
Yeah, well, I heard the screams earlier when I was walking up, and I wanted to be sure it wasn't just a coincidence the first time I did it. But now I wonder what the other screams are for. If it's obviously when it's in pain, if something else was biting at it, or if it was just doing that to be dramatic earlier, I don't know.
It's not attacking. It's not reaching out.
You don't think it's Beltov?
It might be Alpha. It's got the same tendrils as Beltov. We don't know where Alpha is. This could be him.
Was Alpha friend or foe?
I don't know. We don't really know too much about him. He was a friend of Beltov's, if I remember correctly. But they met going through these experiments. So I think that might be Alpha.
Well, regardless, it's our only way out of here. So I suppose we'll find out.
Yeah, then Quirin just, if that's all, then he continues. Stealthing it again, if I have to. I just assume that he's always stealthing unless there's a conversation.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to run with y'all stealth rolls earlier. As you continue to pass through this hallway, the tendrils do get thicker and thicker and larger and larger. And there's nothing really down this hallway after a while. Just busted up rock, similar to that of the prison. There are no offshoots. It's straight. And it's monotonous. But after a while, with the dim lit magical lamps of this purplish hue, come across a metal door. The hallway keeps going past this. And you can see light further down, way down. But you come upon a metal door. And it is covered in these oily tendrils that seem to just slink. You hear that masculine scream again, coming from within that door. It sounds human, but something is off about it. Almost like something else is with it.
In the head. So something else was hurting it before me.
And is likely still nearby.
Can I try to remember what Beltov sounded like when the tendrils came out? Did he sound any different?
Roll a history check.
All right. 14.
You heard it just momentarily, like 2 hours ago at this point.
Beltov sounded like this.
So in response to Quirin, Veltov sounded just like this. Just as soon as the tendrils came out, so maybe it's the same thing.
Well, now I feel a little bit worse for stabbing it twice.
Well, if it doesn't let us out of here, we might be stabbing a lot more.
We can just leave, right? Go, keep going.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you all have a choice. You can choose to check what's in the metal door, or you can keep going.
So the metal door's not the only path?
The metal door is like off to the side, and the hallway continues.
Gotcha, okay.
Is the door locked?
How do you try to open it?
Well, first, can I examine it to see if it happens to be trapped in any way or spellbound?
Roll me an investigation to see if it's trapped. Roll me an arcana for magic.
Investigation 19. Arcana 21.
It is arcane locked.
It is magically locked. I will share that.
I have no way to get around that.
I have a way to temporarily get around it. For a matter of minutes. GM, do I know if I use that and open it for 10 minutes and we leave the door physically open, does it like slam shut after that time or? Oh, okay, that's bad. Bad if we're in there. Do we think it's Veltov in there? Or someone that we should potentially try to save from this place?
Well,
Regardless, you go.
if it is Alpha, I think Veltov wanted to try to get them out. He knows more about Alpha. I don't know what they're like, if they're friendly. I could try to send a message and see if they respond.
Yeah?
In our experience, though, any messages don't connect down here. Do you think it'd be any different now?
Yeah, I don't know. But
Regardless of what's behind the door, I don't relish the idea of having something unknown in front of us down the hall and then unknown behind us, whatever this door is.
I think Velphie will cast message.
Read message for me.
Okay, message. You point your finger toward a creature within range. The target, and only the target hears the message. Cast a spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood blocks the spell.
With how that is written, that spell would not go through.
Okay.
Kieran, do you mean to say you don't want to leave this door uninvestigated, or you'd rather leave it locked? I didn't quite catch your intention.
I would prefer to try and figure out what's on the other side. If there's trouble down this hall, an unknown for us, we might need to retreat, and I don't want to have another unknown waiting for us when we get back. So I'd prefer to, if we can, to at least figure out what it is on the other side.
That makes sense. I can open the door for a matter of minutes. We can at least look.
And if they are unfriendly?
I try to close it really quickly. I don't recommend charging in.
I prefer to figure out what's on the other side, but if we keep on keeping on, then we can do that.
Is Van around?
Van is standing next to Ruby, very quiet.
I'll turn to him and say, you've been down here longer than we have, at least. Do you have any idea what could be behind that door? Have you seen them take anyone else in or out of here?
I don't know who it is. I've heard the screams quite a lot.
So what do we think? Kieran, you've persuaded me. I'm curious, if anything, to, again, clear our retreat.
I'd like to know what's behind the door.
If we can't, if we don't know who it is, I want to get out. I don't want to die down here. Resources are precious. I trust you all to make a decision. I'm just feeling an air of caution, I guess.
It's understandable. We're not on an altruistic mission. We came down here with one person. We have that person. So maybe a quick peek and then we'll be on our way.
At least just to know, and doing it carefully.
Full of care. Okay.
Okay. I will step up to the door. Give everyone a nice look, a little bit of a nod. Go
And
ahead.
the nod. We want to stealth it.
Roll me a stealth check.
31.
Okay. I will also stealth, but I'd like to be able to see inside just in case it is Beltov.
Okay. Roll a stealth.
That was the hope, to also see inside while stealthing, if that's possible.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to open the door and step out of the way. I'm not just going to stand in everyone's way. Look, here you go.
Okay. How do you open this door? And what is your stealth check? 31 and 25. Okay. You and Van kind of are on par.
I realize this may be fruitless. I am going to also try to stealth before I cast the spell.
Okay.
That has a verbal, physical, and all that component. Okay. 15.
15. Okay.
And then I cast knock on the door.
As that loud knock protrudes through this hallway, you have 10 minutes with that door unlocked.
And I push it open and step to the side and lean my head around.
As you push the door open, you hear another masculine scream from inside of the door. You see someone strapped to a chair. He has bronze skin, dark hair, and when he hears the door open, he lifts his face to where the door is with a snarl on his face. And you see green eyes. You know this person is not Pear, but he looks just like her.
When he looks, and you said with a snarl, is it like... I mean, he's strapped down. I assume it's not aggressive. It's more of like a curious or like a I don't know, like a help me look. I guess what does it look? What does he look like?
Was Velphie stealthing?
She was not. She was like, she positioned herself in front of Antir to kind of like be a barrier.
Okay. With that question, as he brings his face up, it originally looks very angry. But when he sees Velphie, as Velphie is not stealthing, you see his face relax and contort into pain, as it seems like you are not his enemy. You all notice he is fused to the chair, the floor, the room, everything. Half of his limbs are these thick, oily substance, and a large, oily tendril is bursting through his back and making its way upward. He is the cause of the tendrils outside Sydonea. He is responsible for the earth cracking and splitting the way it did that night. And as his face contorts, it
hurts.
You have 9 minutes.
So does he look non-threatening then?
He looks non-threatening. For what you can tell. Again, there are these oily tendrils coming. He is part of these oily tendrils, and that one that shot up when the crystal went down is him.
How big is this room?
It's small, about the size of Antier's.
Just for I'm just The disc stays 20 feet behind. I think it's 20 feet. I don't want to drag Andre into the room and accidentally lock him in or something. How big? Can I walk in a little bit and he still be outside?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do that then.
And we'll follow. Still trying to stealth it if we can.
Roll me insight check.
I'm going to take my pocket watch out and keep an eye on it.
All of us do
7.
insight?
If you're going in the room.
A filthy
Okay.
20.
22.
23.
And then 17 if you didn't.
17. Okay, 17. With the 17, you can tell that this person is in a lot of pain. And he looks like he could be C-Pair's twin. With a 20, 22, and 23, there is a pleading look on his face. He said it hurts. He is fused in this room. With tendrils that look like Beltov's.
In the mind thing, Ruby will just say, I do not know him, but the resemblance is there, right? C-Pair.
Yeah.
It's uncanny.
A sibling, maybe?
GM, has C-Pair ever mentioned children or siblings?
No. Velphie, Professor Friedrich, roll me history checks.
21.
27.
21 and 27. You both remember you met Beltov's mother. And Beltov looked like he could have been her twin, but he was younger. You remember the experiments are clones of people mixed with DNA of Erebus.
So we know that's what Beltov is?
You know that's what Beltov is.
So child in the sense that you share DNA, but not in the traditional sense.
Correct. You have 8 minutes.
And then in the mind, I think I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but we don't know of any way to remove someone from this, right?
I think it's like that time that they tore off all my ladybug's legs and it wriggled around. And I had to stomp on it.
Yeah. I was hoping we knew something, but I figured.
I don't know, but my thinking is the same. I think the only thing we can remove is suffering.
Outside, Ruby will just say, who are you?
Who I
No.
name it.
Hurts.
Do you know why it's like this for you?
No.
Why?
When Beltov was telling us about the time that he was in there and that he struck up a friendship with Alpha, did he ever mention a different name than Alpha?
No.
I think Velphie clears her throat. We're friends of Beta.
Babe. You have 5 minutes.
I think we know what we have to do. And time is of the essence.
Is there any way to get you out of here?
Roll me a perception check.
Can I help?
Yeah, how you helping?
I think whenever Velphie asks him that, Ruby immediately is just scanning, like doing anything to avoid a mercy kill.
Roll at advantage.
21.
With a 21, he doesn't have legs. He doesn't have arms. He's got a trunk coming from his back.
Maybe you're right, Ruby.
I'd want the same if it were me. I want nice people to be there.
Well, if that's what we all feel like we should do.
I agree.
Right. Should we step outside the door?
Velphie will turn around and head out.
In the mind, how are we going to do this?
Open fire.
And as you all are walking out of the room, you all notice Van has his crossbow lifted up and is aiming in the room. You can see his hands shake. Ruby, roll me insight.
24.
He's shaking because of the kind of person he is, but he doesn't want that on your plate.
I'll go touch his shoulder. We're gonna step out. We'll all take care of it.
Can Van tell if Ruby wants him to shoot?
She wants him to step out the room more.
Well, he's out the room. He never went in.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was in there. Okay. I think he would know that it's gonna have to probably be like she's in her mind. It's like we're all gonna take care of it. Like you don't have to think. It's just on you.
He nods and he holds his aim.
Is it time?
I think the sooner the better for his case, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll get out my crossbow.
Yeah.
I think Quirin has a crossbow too that he doesn't use. Let me double check, but I think so.
I don't. I will stand to the side of the door, but I am going to retrieve an alchemist fire from my back.
You all have 3 minutes.
I'm sorry you were down here. I think this will be good.
He looks up at you from the chair, and you see the semblance of a pained smile come across his face.
I wish you silence. And I'll shoot.
And when you shoot, Van shoots.
As soon as we're shooting, I'm shooting.
I knew there was trauma behind this door.
What happens when everyone shoots?
Okay. I didn't know if everybody else was shooting something.
I don't have a ranged weapon.
I will do Starry Wisp.
Okay. All of these attacks go through the door, and I'm not even going to make you roll to hit. They all hit. Thank you. His head droops. And it's almost like there's this wave that comes out, and all of the tentacles that were in shoot towards him. The one that goes through the sky comes back down, and all of this like flurry. Go ahead and roll me dexterity saving throws.
Oh no, oh no.
Can I shut the door?
Yeah, is there a way to do that?
Can I thaumaturgy the door shut?
You can.
I want to toss the alchemist fire in
Okay, you toss the alchemist fire in.
and then shut it immediately.
Uh, 17.
20.
23.
6.
You did the recap?
I did, but it's early.
Everybody passes except for Professor Friedrich. You manage to keep your balance as all of these tendrils underneath your feet start moving, and the wall starts moving, the ceiling starts moving to where Alpha is. Professor Friedrich, you fall prone, and it's almost like it's trying to drag you in, but you close the door, so you just hit solid metal. But you hear screaming.
How dare you take one of mine?
And you hear a as another wave goes through. Roll me intelligence saves. Or intelligence checks, excuse me.
Did I get the fire in?
You got the fire in, yes.
Saves or checks?
Checks is an intelligence check.
Seventeen.
Jinx.
11.
Dirty 20.
With 17s and dirty 20s, with how that voice sounded, it sounded rageful. It almost sounded slightly weaker than what Erebus has sounded previously. With those rolls, taking out the experiments weakens Erebus.
No.
Implying.
You just took Alpha. There's Beta and Charlie. As all of the tentacles either get cut off at the door or shoved back in, you can feel the earth quake as the tentacle from that split the earth a few months ago comes back down. And then it goes silent. What are you doing now?
Velphie will help the professor up.
Oh, thank you. That I think I was sort of swept up in the moment. We all okay? Considering the circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, are you fine? You're the one who took the tumble.
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, also the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
We know what was behind the door. It's not an unknown anymore. So I'm about as good with it as I can be, I guess.
And that was Erebus, right? The one that scolded.
Are we all pretty sure of that?
I'd say at this point, yeah.
I think we did the right thing. And not for that reason, but for that poor soul in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Quirin will just put his head down and keep going down the hall, stealthing.
I'll follow. With my disc.
Right behind the disc.
And Ruby.
Yeah, I'll follow behind. Stealthin'.
Okay. And you all continue down this hallway. The walls slowly begin to transition to polished stone as you all continue down. This part of the pit is apparently well kept up with and used. And after what feels like a while, that light at the end of the tunnel, you've made it. The hallway ends and opens up into this extremely large room.
What can we see in the room?
Do you all continue to go into it?
Can we see anything from where we are?
From where you are, you can tell it's magically lit with a purplish hue, the same purplish hue that was in the prison and the same purplish hue of Beltov's magic. The room looks immense, even though you can only see a portion of it.
In the mind, I would still like to keep that air of caution we had earlier. Just apply that to here too. Can just to get an accurate picture, can you turn around, see what the end of the hall looks like, and then turn back around, cast silent image to kind of give the image, like for anyone on the other side, that the hallway is empty, and just kind of move forward with that up until we get to the door.
Yeah, so you're able to make the silent image to make the hallway look empty, like a two-way mirror almost. And and you scoot closer to the edge of the door. What are you doing? It's not necessarily
Peeking
a
through.
door. It's like open.
I don't know. Quirin is at least staying behind the image that he has and just trying to gather whatever he can from this area.
Okay. As you make your way closer to the open doorway, you can, without sticking your head out, you can still get a decent view of the room as you do get closer. You've been here before. You see rows of stone altars. Where you saw that skeletal winged man pulling souls from people on those stone altars. You know where you are.
Quirin just look at Fred.
It's familiar. It's like I've been here and I haven't. I don't know if you all recall everything under Essorora. That's where I first saw it. Nothing good happens in here.
Well, GM, it looks empty, right? At least from what we can see.
From what you can see.
Well, the good news is this seems a lot emptier than the last time.
I think. We don't hear anything, do we?
You do not.
I suppose it's our only option, though, is to move forward.
It's a one-way.
I'll step on another room.
And as you step out into the room, this room is even more immense than what you could see from that hallway. You see the rows of stone altars, but hanging above your head, further to the left, there's something pulled taut for a display. This monstrosity with wings made from leather, an elongated face, ribs that flare out, and tiny little holes cover its body, about the size of an eyeball for each one, hangs from the ceiling in a display.
Is it moving?
It's dead.
Am I certain of that?
Roll me a medicine check.
24.
It's dead.
I don't think there's cause for alarm. I think it's deceased.
Roll me a perception check.
Hold that thought. Hey, natural 20, 22.
With a natural 20. As you bring your eyes down to tell the rest of your party about the thing that is hanging from the ceiling, you see shadows lining this room. Figures. And with a natural 20, you see chameleon. You see an extremely greasy man in priest robes. You see dragon, you see roe, and you see Beltov. With a natural 20. Roe's eyes are completely black, and his hands are shaking. Beltov's eyes are glowing this purple, inky tendrils with faces pointed like little dragons, with their open mouths with teeth as long as most of your forearms, and deep purple eyes to match his protrude from his back. The collar around his neck shines brightly. He's looking in your direction. Roll me an insight.
13.
His face isn't held the way it normally is. Beltov doesn't recognize you. And the weight of the memory wiping potion attached to the back of your teeth for if you were ever caught feels heavy in the back of your mouths.
It can. They seem completely aware that Fred is there.
Mm-hmm.
Did they? So I'm looking at. They know. I know they're there as well. I'm assuming.
They do.
Do I see any other exits of the room?
Roll me a perception check.
What about that nat 20 I rolled earlier? Not quite as good. 18.
With an 18, you see some other hallways behind them, but the doors are closed. Quirin, you had something?
Yeah. I guess. Okay, let me clarify. So, I should have probably clarified before asking my previous question. But we can see them from, because at least Quirin hasn't left the hallway yet, so he's still behind the image. Can he still see? No.
No,
Okay. So
they're
I should have.
not from the hallway. Not from the hallway. The only reason Professor Friedrich sees him is because he stepped out.
Okay. I should have clarified that before I asked my previous question. Got it.
Well, I guess if I'm the only one that sees them, and I'm the only one that has stepped forward, I think I'll just. I think I'll hold their gaze. And I'll say, it doesn't have to be like this. But I'm ready if you make it that way. Emphasis on, not emphasis, but I want to make sure clear. I said, I'm ready. And I don't break their gaze.
Okay. With saying that, Beltov, faster than you are used to, takes an arrow out of his bow, loads it, and shoots.
At what?
You. And that's where we'll pick up next session.
Damn.
Thank you so much for watching Session 46 of the Order of Narvosc. Session 47 will be out on September 5th. Please make sure to check out our players' social media accounts. You can find those links in the description below. And if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please press that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you get notified when the next session comes out. Remember to be the light that drives out the darkness, adventurer. We'll see you soon.